boaters, I'm Brian from Canvas Factory. I'm going to show you another 4-pole sunshade on this 2015 42-foot Hydra Sport. I'm going to set it up right now quick because it's 80 degrees out and I want to get in the shade. We're going to time this just so you can see how quick and fast and easy they go up. You tell me when to start, Brooke.
You ready?
Yeah.
Start.
Okay, I'm starting with everything in the bags. Now this boat is a little different than most. Lately we've been making 2 different length poles. The poles in the front are usually shorter than the ones we put in the middle to maintain a nice steady pitch from the hard top to the bow. But when we made this one, we were, my son and I, Fisher, we were measuring and we're like, what the heck? These poles are the same size. And then we noticed this 42 Hydra Sport, it dips down in the bow. The other thing that we did is, even though this Hydra Sport has a ton of rod holders, we decided to put in special rod holders for these for this sunshade. What we did was we put in 0 degree Mate Series combination cup rod holders, and I think the fact that they're 40 degree and the poles are straight up is going to be a real slick look. Okay, so we're going to start right here. Easy as that. Click it into the hard top, bring it up over the hard top, click it in. That easy. Now I like to do the front ones first. So you just put it through the pulley into the cam cleat, pull it nice and tight, okay? Now, another thing that we did different, these are always custom. Every one we do is different. This customer thought that it would be a good idea to have it just shy of the bow. And listen to this, for you fishermen, I like to listen to my customers. What a great idea. Say you're fighting a sailfish. A lot of fishermen are like, oh, I don't want a sunshade, it's going to get in my way. Well, the bow is usually where the women and kids are hanging out, enjoying the shade. But you know what? If you hooked a sailfish and it wanted to run around your boat once or twice, not a problem. With these 0 degree rod holders, you just pass the rod. You pass the rod, and look at this. The way he designed it, you can stand right here in front of the shade. Because he made it about a foot short, look at this. You could fight a fish right here. It decides to run to the back of the boat, around the pole.
We forgot to stop the timer.
Oh, stop the dang time. How much?
Well, it's 3 minutes, but it was a little.
All right, well, I was bullshit part of that 3 minutes, so it's less than 3 minutes. So look at this shade. Look at this frickin' shade. Now, I put it up in under 3 minutes. This is the first time putting it up. I didn't even get to see it. But I've made so many of these shades now that I'm confident that our formulas work. And it doesn't matter if you're here in Pompano and I do the measuring for you, or if you're in the Northeast, I can walk you through the measurements and your sunshade will turn out as if I took the measurements. Trust me, I will put you through it until I get the measurements I want. Now you just wrap these around just above the cam cleat. So if the rope gets wet, it won't slide down. Look how nautical that is. Look at this shade. I'm 6'2". Look at this. The last running video I did with a shade this big, we went 25 miles an hour. We went 30, but I kind of liked it better at 25. I got a feeling that this one here would run better than that. I don't know, but it just, look at the darn thing. There's not a wrinkle in it. It's perfect. And it goes up in, maybe 2 minutes. Look at what Fisher just did. Fisher just lowered one side of the shade. He took it out of the top pulleys, lowered it to the bottom pulleys. He had to loosen this side and all the wrinkles came out. So now the sun is coming from I'm guessing, I don't know, that it's coming from the south. So sitting here, I think I would be in the sun right now, but this just bought like 2 more hours of shade in this boat. And I would say you could even troll with it like this. You know, the other thing is, I like to tell people these are sunshades. They're not to be left up in the rain, because if you leave them up, you know, semi-level or with just a slight pitch, it's such a big stretch of canvas that they could puddle water, and that's the only way you can damage this cover. Leave it up in the rain, it could puddle so much water, something could happen. The other way you can hurt it, put it away wet and salty, and then get it out of the bag a month later. And mildew is hard to clean. So put them away dry, don't leave them up in the rain. But look at this one. If you were at a sandbar and it started to rain, boom, you drop one side, this water's running off like Niagara Falls. He just dropped this 24 inches. That's what this is, 24 inches lower than the top pulley. So there's no way that this can puddle water. And we haven't tried it, but you might be able to just lower the front. You know, say the sun was coming this way. Should we try it, Fisher? We're gonna try and lower the front. And while I'm doing that, just to give you an interesting fact about this boat, Fisher, he's a master at putting rod holders in. He put the rod holders in this boat. This 42 Hydra Sport holds the record. We've got a box of plugs from all the rod holders we've installed. We write on them: Sea Fox, Sea Hunter, Intrepid, you know, Invincible. We have all these plugs with the name of boats on them, so you can kind of look at them and see how thick everybody's gunnels are. This boat holds the record by far. I'm not exaggerating. We had to get longer bolts to through bolt these rod holders. It was just under 2 inches thick. The second closest was an Intrepid, was about maybe 1.5 inches. But this boat has the thickest. We thought maybe the hole sole wasn't going to be deep enough to drill the holes. What do you got going on, Fish? Oh, look at this. Look at this. Not a wrinkle in it. Damn. This thing does all the tricks. What more could you want? So if the sun's coming from the bow, you could drop this. You can't run the boat like this because he probably can't, you know, the captain probably can't see where the heck he's going. I can't guarantee that this works because, you know, the geometry of these things are always different depending on whether these are 0s, 15s, 30s. Sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't. On this boat, it works perfect. Okay, so this is just one more sunshade. I could put it on any center console whatsoever, custom made, whether you have rod holders. If not, we can add rod holders, or I can walk you through how to add and where to add, what degree, all that stuff. So, you know, just look me up, boatcanvasfactory.com or Boat Canvas Factory YouTube has all the same videos. You can find all my information linked in the description below. Thanks for watching.